So, today's session of Mindset Mondays, we are covering a topic which I really, really like, especially when you come to this pointy end of the year. It's helpful self-evaluation and reflection. I love the age-old adage that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And Einstein said it brilliantly when he said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Now, as human beings, we're growth orientated. It's a natural impulse within us to seek growth. When we're progressing in areas of our lives that we feel are meaningful to us, we feel good. But when there's something that really means something to us and we're not making progression on it, that's where anger, resentment, depression, all those negative emotions tend to slip in. Why? Because it's something that's important to us, and who's letting us down? It's usually ourselves. Now, sometimes we can get angry at the world, but that's not within our circle of influence. That's our circle of concern because it's annoying us. But our circle of influence is the thing that we want to focus on. What can we do? What can we impact? I love that saying. I think it's the sobriety thing from AA, which is God grant me the serenity to change the things I can, accept the things I cannot, and the wisdom to know the difference. So in today's session, we're going to talk about the fact that the year is nearly over. It is. And if you look at everything that you've done this year, the helpful, the unhelpful, and you repeated the same things for the whole next year, would you be happy with where you ended up at the end of next year? If you did everything the same, if you kept the trajectory that you've got going right now and nothing changed and you just kept doing the same thing, how would you feel about that? Now, this isn't a chance to brag. It's not a chance to beat ourselves up. It's a chance to reflect, to be curious, to build self-awareness. Now, a lot of people get into trouble because they stick their head in the sand and they don't make course corrections. They just say, oh, I'm too busy. I need to wait. And guess what? They've been saying the same thing for the last 10 years. My mum, I love her, but she's always said, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. She finally retired the other day. Well, a few months ago, never been busier. Everything was, it's just become a habit. And we have to be aware that if we keep saying we'll do it later, we'll change when this happens, it's become a habit. That's how we are now. And again, it's not a chance to beat ourselves up. It's a chance to be curious. Now, today we're going to take a gentle, we'll say gentle, thought-provoking look at this year so far and have some healthy reflection. Now, I like the way that Tony Robbins said it, and this is a great way to come into this with this mindset. The first step is to tell yourself the truth. Don't make it better than it is, but also don't make it worse. Most people don't want to deal with their problems. They would rather run away. And I'm not saying that today we're going to battle your demons. That's not what we're going to do. But today we're going to be somewhat brave. And we'll face where we're at and identify what we would like to change. So I hope that's okay with you guys, because today we're going to do it in a certain way. We're going to do it with curiosity, not judgment. We're going to do it with love for ourselves, not anger. And we're going to do it with a desire to improve. Now, what I would love for you to do right now is to take a pen and paper or open a new, I don't know, file on your computer if you're doing it on a computer, so that you can do these journaling prompts and just write Mindset Mondays, helpful self-reflection and evaluation, or helpful evaluation and self-reflection. Whichever way you want to put it, whichever way feels right for you to write that. I've been doing a lot of copy and emails lately, and I've just been questioning the way I structure words entirely. ChatGPT is schooling me on how to write things better. But once you're ready with that, I want you to just buckle in, give yourself permission to really expand on these answers. Give yourself your mindful permission, give yourself that permission to be uncomfortable and go through this process. And the first question that we're going to journal on today is, in your mind, I want you to look back over the last year. This is over the last year, and just you'll get a sense of a feeling about how you feel about it. And I want you to write down what you've done well. And I want you to write these in dot points. And you can answer this by saying, over the last year, What I've done well is. So over the last year, what I've done well is. And just write in dot points some of the things that you've done well. Maybe you've continuously showed up. Maybe you've looked after your mind. You've meditated well. Maybe you've looked after your body. Maybe you've looked after your social circles. It doesn't have to be exceptional. It's just, okay, I did well with that. I kept my cool in stressful situations. Anything that comes to mind. Maybe you've read books, so you can say, continuously expanded my knowledge through reading. Maybe you tackled a problem. Anything that comes up for you. And if you need to at any point, just take a deep breath, let any tension out, relax your shoulders. Anything that you feel proud of, that's a win. And once you've done that, just give me a thumbs up so I know to go on to the next one. Thanks, Stephen. And if you don't have your video on, just give us the thumbs up emoji. You can do that in the chat, or I think you can do it on your thing. Yep. Awesome. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Alan. Beautiful. Good to see you again, Alan. Number two. Now, actually, first of all, I want you to pick one thing on this list that you're most proud of, and I want you to underline it. Have a look through the things that you wrote down. I want you to just underline the thing that you're most proud of, or that feels the best to you. And once you've done that, just give yourself a little bit of thanks. Just say, thank you, David, for doing this. Whatever your name is. You can say David if you want. I mean, I'll take credit if you want, but beautiful. Just enjoy that feeling. And question number two. In your mind, I want you to again look back over the last year, and I want you to write down what has not been going the way you would want it to go. And I want you to dot point these. And you can answer this by saying, from this year, I'm not entirely happy with. From this year, I'm not entirely happy with. And you can write down what comes to you. From this year, I'm not entirely happy with the way I've run my business, the way I've showed up in my relationship, the way I've treated my body, my sleep schedule, whatever comes up for you. And also just know most people think their thoughts about themselves, there's 90% of them are negative. So if this list becomes very easy for you to write, do not be alarmed. That is a very normal and natural thing. And again, just take a deep breath. Not a chance to beat ourselves up, just a chance to be curious. Just a chance to build some self-awareness. Sometimes it's hard to sit with any emotions that come up, but just do your best. And if you need to, just breathe. And again, once you're done, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on. Thanks, Stephen. I'll just wait for one more thumbs up. Thanks, Colin. Beautiful. Now, what I want you to do is from this list, I want you to underline one that comes up for you that you would like to change. The one that you would like to change the most on this list. The one that maybe is causing you the most pain. The one that you'd really like to reverse and move it in the opposite direction. And once you've got it, just underline it and just pick one. And once you've got that, just let me know. Just give us a thumbs up. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Stephen. Beautiful. Now, what I want you to do is just take a moment to write out what changes you would most like to see happen between now and, let's say, March in this area. So over the next 3 months, what would you really like to accomplish in that time? And I want you to dot point a few answers in relation to this. And you can answer this by saying, by March 2025, I would like to accomplish and keep it relevant to this area. What would you like to accomplish in this area over the next 3 months? So by March 2025, I would like to accomplish. And just see what comes to it. If it's something around your health, maybe you'd like to accomplish having a steady gym routine. If it's around a relationship, maybe you'd like to have accomplished something that you see in relation to that relationship. Better communication, a weekly check-in with that person. Just thinking about what you could accomplish or do or set up by March 2025 that's going to help you change that area. Maybe some of the things are one-off things. Maybe you want to run a 10K for to look after your body. If it's something around travel, maybe you want to have a trip booked by then. Just writing down whatever comes to mind that you think will help you in that area. And once you've got that, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next one. Yep. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Stephen. Ah, beautiful. I think I saw you do it before, Steve. Now, number 4, what do you want to be doing over the next 3 months to positively change? No, actually, so from that list of things that you wrote down, of things that you could do to improve that area, that list for number 3, I want you to select one of the things that you want to commit to. One of the things on there from number 3. Maybe it is run a 10K. Maybe it is go to the gym 3 times a week. Maybe it is post more on social media. Maybe it's be on social media less. But pick one thing from that list that you know is important to you to make that change. And you'd be really happy, you'd make progress in the way you want over the next 3 months by doing that. And once you got that, let me know. Just give me a thumbs up. Beautiful. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Colin. Perfect. Now, question number 4. What do you want to be doing over the next 3 months to positively change this situation or action this thing? What's going to help you succeed at this? And you can answer this by saying to achieve, and you can write running your 10K, Whatever that action is that you underlined for question three. To achieve, posting 3 times. To achieve less social media time. The actions I can start taking now are. And just write down whatever comes to you. To achieve what you underlined for question three, the actions I can take starting now are. Let's write them down. Again, if you need to take a deep breath, just take a deep breath. Beautiful. As you're writing this list, you'll be starting to see these are the things I can actually do. These are the things I can, if I do these things, I'm going to change this area. I know that I'm going to feel like I'm moving in the right direction in an area of my life that really matters to me. And if you need to leave a bit of room to write some more answers to that, completely fine. But question number five, and this is a great question. I love this one. Why are you excited and motivated to do what you've just wrote down? What is the benefit to you overall? And I want you to think about this and answer it by saying the benefit of taking the above actions to my life are. So, number five, the benefits of taking the above actions to my life are. And just journal, or you can dot point them if you want, whichever feels right. Just imagine that you're coming into March and you've succeeded on doing those things that you've just written down. How would that feel? What difference would it make in your life? Would you be happier? Would you feel more confident? Would you have more energy? Would you feel really proud of yourself? Would you be making more money? Would you be having a greater impact on the people that you care about? Just writing down whatever comes to you. Again, just taking a deep breath and just enjoy it. Enjoy feeling into it. And just notice if you're starting to feel a twinge of excitement, starting to feel a sense of drive, motivation, just noticing it. And well done, guys. Well done. If you want to leave some room to finish this afterwards, I highly recommend jumping back in, rereading it, and adding anything that you want to the answers as you go. Journaling on these answers once, no worries, Maria. Journaling on these answers once is great. You do it 2 or 3 times. Like I highly recommend answering these questions each day this week. Really reflecting, really getting yourself into that state of thinking about, okay, how do I want things to change? What did I do well? What can I improve on? What means something to me? What do I want to change next year? I will put the journaling prompts in the group chat from the event. But just taking a moment now to put your pen down if you want to, allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable, and we will jump into our guided meditation visualization for this evening. So just stretching out if you need to. If you need to move your body in any way, shape, or form, it's important to be nice and comfortable when you're meditating. Otherwise, you'll just sit there the entire time thinking, oh, my foot's sore, my foot's sore. I don't want to move my foot because I don't want to stop the meditation. And that's not fun. So the more comfortable you can get while still sitting upright as much as possible will be amazing. Perfect. Now I'm just going to play some meditation music. So just allowing yourself that chance to get nice and comfortable. Arriving into the space. Just taking a moment to get yourself to arrive into stillness. Making any last minute adjustments you need to. And just allowing yourself permission to be here in this moment right now. And when you feel ready, just closing down your eyes. And we're just going to start by taking 10 really deep breaths in, where with every inhale we breathe in through our nose, feel your head lifting as if you're being pulled towards the ceiling by a hook on the top of your head. And with every exhale out your mouth, just letting your whole body, your shoulders, your head, everything just drop back down. And we'll take our first inhale through the nose in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in, all the way in. And a deep breath out, letting it all go. Deep breath in, all the way in. Deep breath out, letting yourself completely relax. Deep breath in, all the way in. And a deep breath out, just letting it all go. Deep breath in, all the way in. And a deep breath out, all the way out. You're doing really well. Deep breath in, all the way in. Deep breath out, all the way out, letting yourself relax. A deep breath in, all the way in. Let yourself smile if you want. And a deep breath out, all the way out. Really enjoying it. Deep breath in, all the way in. And a deep breath out, all the way out. Deep breath in, all the way in, feeling your body rise up. And a deep breath out, all the way out, letting yourself fall back down. Deep breath in, all the way in, really deep breath. A deep breath out, all the way out, just letting it all go. And last one, really deep breath in, all the way in. And a deep breath out, all the way out. Just letting your breathing return to normal. And just noticing how you're currently feeling. Maybe in your head, just finishing the sentence. Right now, I am feeling. See what comes to you. And in your mind right now, I want you to allow yourself to go on a journey. Imagine that you're walking through a beautiful park, seeing whatever comes to mind. It's one that you've been to before, one that you like. It's a lovely, beautiful day. And you're feeling really relaxed as you walk. You're noticing all the little details you can see, the trees, the grass, noticing the colors. And you can hear leaves rustle under gentle breeze, the laughter of kids playing, whatever comes to mind. And as you're walking, imagining that you're coming to a park bench with someone sitting there waiting for you. And as you get closer, you realize that it's you from the last year. And imagine that they see you, they stand up, they're happy to see you, but maybe they also look a little sheepish. And as you say hello, you start telling them how proud you are of them. And in your mind, just take a moment to tell them why you're proud of how they've been behaving and how you love them for it. Now that you've thanked them, just taking a moment to also forgive them for anything that they fell short on or that they didn't do that caused you both any negative experience throughout the year. Take a moment to tell them that you forgive them. And as you're forgiving them, no matter where you're at in that space, I want you to just give them a big hug. In your mind, just feel the love and forgiveness between you both. And allow yourself to smile, allow them to smile. And just feel that hug. Feel yourself giving them a pat on the back, them giving you a pat on the back. And as you end this hug, I want you to imagine that another person is approaching. And it's you in 3 months' time. And they have a big smile directed at you both. They look radiant, they look happy to see you. There is an uplifting, confident, loving, inspiring energy about them. And they arrive and say hello to both of you. And they start telling you about the changes that they've made, the actions that they took, and the amazing results this has created. Allow them to joyously and in a fun way tell you about how your next 3 months were some of the best months of your life. And as you're listening to them tell this beautiful story, this inspiring narrative, I want you to say thank you to them. Thank you to them for being so brave, being courageous, being a person of action. And I want you to give them a big hug and a smile. And as you feel this warmth, you can feel their power, their energy. As you end the embrace, you can hear them say, "You can do this. I know it because I am you. You have 100% got this." And see the look of certainty in their face. They know it. And I want you to now feel that motivating, driven energy igniting within your body, the feeling of love, the feeling of expansion, the feeling of your higher self wanting to express itself through you. Just feeling that energy just build. And hear yourself in your mind saying, "I can do this. I can do this. I can do this." And I want you to now imagine from your own perspective, you doing all the things that you want to do over the next few months. Go through whatever you know is leading to the success that you're wanting to create. Not only see yourself doing what you know you want to, but see yourself doing it with determination, decisiveness, love, and enjoying the process. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose. As you do this vision for the next minute. As you can see these images, just noticing the feeling, how it feels. Just breathe into that feeling, taking a deep breath. And imagining that you're now back in the park. You can see your past and future self, and they're both smiling at you. And you have this knowing inside that this is going to be a great next 3 months. You all say together at the same time, "We can do this." And there's a smile, there's a bit of a laugh, there's a beautiful energy. And you repeat it again. "We can do this." And slowly in your mind, let the vision of the park go as you take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and slowly just coming back into your body, into the space where you are right now. Slowly becoming aware of the temperature of the room, how your body's feeling. Becoming aware of your fingers, becoming aware of your toes. And when you take your next deep breath in, as you breathe out, You can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring some gentle movement into your body in any way that you want. You can sway from side to side, move your neck. Just slowly just keep coming back into the space. And when you feel ready that you've come all the way back into the space, you can slowly take a deep breath in again. And as you breathe out, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. Taking a moment to arrive back into the space, doing whatever you need to. If you want to write down something, if you want to just stay in the space for a bit, completely fine. Whatever feels good to you. Just enjoying the feeling, anything that's come up. And if you feel like it, you can give yourself a pat on the back for being here, for going through it, a bit of self-love. No worries, Alan. Glad that you enjoyed it. And the way that, no worries, Colin. Glad that you enjoyed it, Barbsy. No worries, Barbsy. Thank you for coming. Glad you enjoyed it. Zoran, glad you enjoyed it as well. The way that these sessions operate is I do end the recording and then I give you guys a chance to share your experience or anything that came up or just anything that you want to share. And if you did have anything come up that you want to talk about, please feel free to reach out to me on Mindful Mondays or Mindset Mondays now. Send me a message there, or you can add me on social media, which is David Keith Turner on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Don't message me there. I'm very unresponsive. Um, yeah, Facebook and LinkedIn, and Instagram are your best bet. No worries. I hope that you guys enjoyed this session and I look forward to seeing you next week. So I'll just end the recording and then open it up to you guys.